Welcome back everybody to CoinMarketCap Daily on Wednesday the 27th of October. My name is Trev, and as always, make sure to like this video and stay tuned until the end, as these are some stories you don't want to miss. Firstly, we're going to be talking about Bitcoin falling, then we're going to be talking about SHIB hitting a new all-time high again. Then Robinhood suffers a 78% plunge in crypto revenues. Next year's Super Bowl will feature crypto ads. Police seize 48 Bitcoin from a 16-year-old boy. Adobe unveils new tools to tackle NFT fraud. And make sure to stay tuned until the end to hear some ETH predictions for the end of the year. So let's talk about Bitcoin and what's been happening in the past 24 hours. Bitcoin experienced a sudden dramatic pullback on Wednesday morning, tumbling from $60,825 to $58,208 in the space of an hour. The 4.3% plunge comes as a correction grips the crypto markets, but many analysts are confident that this will serve as a temporary dip, with the bull run set to continue in November and December. The carnage has seen hundreds of billions of dollars wiped from the total market cap of cryptocurrencies in the space of just a few short hours. Data has also suggested that total liquidations topped 500 million in a single hour. SHIB appears to be unstoppable at this point. The altcoin's price has risen by 32% in the past 24 hours. Over the past week, SHIB's value has actually doubled too, and CoinMarketCap data shows that it's now number 11 in the rankings of the world's biggest coins and tokens, right behind Dogecoin. SHIB is branded as being the Dogecoin killer, and it seems like it's been quite successful at this recently, with Dogecoin tumbling by 12.5%. And with more than 330,000 people who have signed a petition on change.org to urge Robinhood to list the altcoin on their platform. But we'll have to wait and see what the future holds for SHIB. And speaking of Robinhood, it has suffered a 78% plunge in crypto revenues. Robinhood's latest financial results looked impressive on a year-to-year basis, with total net revenues up 35% to $365 million in the third quarter, and crypto transaction revenues surging 860% compared with the same period a year earlier. But when the comparisons are made quarter to quarter, the figures look bleak, and this is why Robinhood's share price fell sharply in after-hours trading on Tuesday evening and Wednesday morning. Although the trading platform pocketed $51 million in fees from crypto transactions during Q3, that's a 78% drop from Q2. Much of this has been linked to the diminishing demand for Dogecoin. The meme coin's price has cooled dramatically since experiencing an unprecedented surge in interest earlier this year. The disappointing performance also resulted in Robinhood falling well short of analyst estimates for total revenue, coming in $58 million shy of the $423.9 million that had been expected. Robinhood's figures also show that the number of monthly active users has fallen substantially over the past 3 months, from 21.3 million to 18.9 million in the latest quarter. JP Morgan analysts had predicted this would be the case last month, noting the number of new app downloads had started to stall. And here's another stat that makes for an uncomfortable reading. Average revenues per user stood at just $65 in Q3. That's far lower than any of the 4 quarters that came before, and compares with $112 seen in Q2. Next year's Super Bowl will feature crypto ads. Every year, the Super Bowl is one of the most watched TV events in the US. FTX has now acquired a commercial spot during the upcoming Super Bowl game. Sam Bankman-Fried, the crypto exchange's billionaire CEO, told Bloomberg, "Our message throughout this year has been that crypto is safe, accessible, and ready for the mainstream. We're inviting everyone to check it out, and here to help them on their journey. There is no bigger, more mainstream event to share a message like that than the Super Bowl." The trading platform has recently entered into an eye-watering $135 million deal in the world of sports, running for 19 years. That means Miami Heat's basketball stadium has now been renamed to the FTX Arena. During the team's first game of the season, the exchange lavished fans sitting in one of the arena's 80 sections with $500 worth of crypto each. Meanwhile, all attendees were given a t-shirt featuring a QR code that unlocks a limited edition NFT. It's also worth noting that NFL legend Tom Brady, himself no stranger to Super Bowl appearances, took an equity stake in FTX earlier this year. The police have seized $2.75 million from a 16-year-old boy who scammed dozens dozens of people out of their personal details by setting up a copycat website. As lockdown restrictions were imposed in the UK, the teenager launched a fraudulent copy of Love to Shop, which is a gift voucher platform. He then used Google advertising to increase the website's visibility, promoting unsuspecting consumers to visit his page instead. From here, many victims entered their email addresses and passwords, enabling thefts to take place. A police investigation uncovered more than 12,000 credit card numbers on his computer, as well as 197 PayPal accounts. The teenager invested a substantial amount of his ill-gotten gains into cryptocurrency, and detectives were stunned to discover a balance of 48 Bitcoin. And he's actually avoided jail time, and instead, he will be ordered to complete just 150 hours of unpaid work. A confiscation order was also imposed to retrieve his crypto. Adobe unveils new tools to tackle NFT fraud. One of the biggest downsides surrounding the explosion of NFTs has been the rise of art theft. All too often, crypto enthusiasts have ended up tokenizing artworks they didn't create, and in some cases, they've made fortunes off the back of someone else's work. Now, Adobe has announced that it plans to tackle this problem with a new feature called content credentials. This means that artists will now be able to stamp their identity on Photoshop creations through metadata. A separate website will enable investors to inspect the details of an image. Other features include the ability to link social media profiles and crypto wallets to creations, helping artists further prove their legitimacy to collectors. And lastly today, let's go over some Ether predictions for the end of 2021. A panel of 50 fintech specialists are predicting that Ether will hit $5,114 by the end of 2021, which is an upside of 22.2% from current levels. Overall, 63% of experts polled assigned a buy rating to the world's second largest cryptocurrency. A further 28% recommended hodling, while 9% have a sell rating. The Finder poll revealed that Ether is expected to lose 30% of its market share to alternative layer 1 networks over the coming 12 months. Meanwhile, 13% even predict that Solana will overtake Ethereum as the world's main decentralized platform. Ethereum core developers have been extremely slow resolving the transaction cost issues on the Ethereum blockchain. The costs have reached a point where most smart contract operations are now too expensive without integrating a level 2 solution. Other smart contract blockchains are showing better technology solutions that supports a greater number of transactions at a lower cost. Not everyone agrees with this consensus though, with the University of East London's associate professor stating Ethereum has the advantage of being the first mover, which is the reason why almost 80% of all applications are built on Ethereum's network. Thus far, cheaper and faster blockchains like Solana and Avalanche are still not threatening competitors to Ethereum in this respect, which means Ethereum is likely to maintain its dominant position for some time to come. What remains to be seen is whether Ethereum will bounce back and seize market share back from Solana, Polkadot, and Cardano, if and when the move to Ethereum 2.0 is complete. Finder's fintech panel appears to be quite bullish over the long term. Their forecast indicates that the price will go to $15,364 by 2025, and a jaw-dropping $50,788 by 2030. So what are your future predictions for 1 Ether in the future? Let us know in the comment section down below. Anyways guys, thank you so much for commenting and subscribing to CoinMarketCap and making sure to tap the bell icon down below. This has been your host Trev, and if you have any questions, just ask Alex in the description below. See you all tomorrow.